before I begin, let me say that my microphone is broken and I need to get a new one, so I will be using Speakonia, which makes me sound like an idiot, but I prefer this to just talking like Wile E. Coyote. Retro Gamer. Does the name of the magazine itself make what the magazine is about obvious? I dare you to say no. I dare you. Now, being British means that I can laugh in the Americans' face for having such an awesome magazine that it's hard to get. But in sheer honesty, I cannot blame them. Why? I'll tell you a quick story on how I discovered the magazine. When I first became a retro gamer, I was mainly into the American view of the retro gamer, meaning the NES, the SNES, and the Mega Drive. Anyway, I was wondering if there was something I could read about, because I was bored looking through Wikipedia. Don't ask. I went into my local game station and noticed there was a magazine that had a Space Invaders monster on the cover and said Retro Gamer on the top in big clear writing, but I walked past it. 1 month later I found the same magazine, though it had Donkey Kong on the cover, so I thought I'll get it this time, so I picked it up, bought it, read it, finished it and read it some more. I loved the issue. So I waited a week and thought I'll subscribe. Sadly, that issue along with 2 other issues were accidentally caught in the clearing of my old crappy PS2 magazine collection. Now, unlike my other episodes, I'll talk in more detail about the history of the magazine. The idea was pitched to Live Publishing in 2002, which got rejected. It was pitched again in late 2003 and was accepted, but was only expected to be 4 issues long, until the first issue sales came in. Issues 1 to 18 are known as the Classic Retro Gamer. They had features that lasted 10 pages, interviewed people who made retro games great in Britain and sometimes America. They interviewed developers that made games legendary like David Crane and Archer McLean, as well as talk about the making of games such as Breakout, Prince of Persia and Berserk, even getting development discs for some of the issues. As well as having a monthly auction watch to show you what the best auctions were on eBay that month. One interesting thing was that they encouraged legalized emulation like my copy of issue 17, even by adding the emulators on their cover discs. Did I mention them already? No? Okay. The cover discs were discs that came with the issues that included emulators, retro remakes of old games, footage of unreleased games and other things. Each issue had a theme, like my one is on shmups. Sadly, the original Retro Gamer didn't last too long. Live went bankrupt in September 2005 and the finished 19th issue wasn't printed until later, when it was put onto a CD. Fans waited a month for any hope, until Imagine came in, bought the rights and released their own 19th issue on December, being applauded hero of the day. The new Retro Gamer is cheaper by £1 but don't have cover discs. They have kept some things that the old Retro Gamer had, like Endgame and Back to the 80s, as well as improve some old issues like Auction Watch has turned into Bargain Hunt and the console features have turned into Retro Inspection. The magazine still interview British gaming legends but also Japanese and American legends like Iwatani, Kojima and Trip Hawkins. Well, they aren't all legends, but shut up, I'm making a point. Now, by the time this video is uploaded, there are 62 issues of Retro Gamer. I've been a subscriber since issue 43 back in November 2007. Now I'm going to rip off someone who hasn't been ripped off yet, Diablo Dave, and do a montage of all 62 of those issues back to back.